Shortest distance to 2 points. Between 2 points is not a straight line. The social skills and the ability to manipulate and control those social skills, the rhetorical skills, the art of communication, the body language, the verbal intonations, the quality of the voice print, the attitude that goes along with those skills, and the complete recognition and acknowledgement of vulnerabilities, the phenotype, the behaviors, the observable behaviors socially performed, which includes your posture, the voice, the strength in the voice, the words chosen to speak, the control of the pinpoint control of communication on a body language level, the positioning, it's called the proximus, the use of space, the ability to feign a potent presence, the right words for the right situations and no more. The skill, and it is a skill, to know when to shut up. You said when to know when you've made your point. To talk to the point accurately and shut up. I can't begin to state how important that is. And I can't begin to comment on the consequences of a failure to fulfill these obligations of human reality just to survive. Skill is everything. Pinpoint quality controlled skill and performing perfectly when it counts. The ability to anticipate projectively, to project your being, not just your mind, but your whole being, into the being of your opponent, your social opponent. That is thinking with their mind. It's another version of the great Dr. Milt Erickson's ability or skill strategy as represented by Tony Robbins to establish rapport. That is, you mimic, you mirror the behaviors, the speech patterns, the rhythms of your social opponent. And yes, it's true. Out there's somebody that has the intel you need to make your next vital step. Networking. Women understand this intuitively. Networking. It's a monster skill. You have to know what's going on. You have to know what are the protocols and the politics of the situation and be obedient to that. What I'm saying is, nowhere have I mentioned you. You don't exist. This is all performance skills in order to create a you that is effective. If it's not effective, what does the you matter? Then it's just delusions of grandeur. It's just fantasy. It's just wishful thinking. It's phony entitlements. But all of this, I keep reiterating, is predicated on being in tremendous shape. Punching power, grabbing power, brute strength, very important. The physical cobra that strikes fast and deadly to back up the social chameleon, verbal judo, which negotiates which is your quote unquote persona out there, which is the only tool you have, all this taken together, to make demand. You have to be recognized. You have to be paid respectful attention when you speak, or you watch yourself spiral downhill socially. And you do all of this in the realm of existential alienated man, a Geworfenheit, a thrown there beingness, without a template how you should or should not behave. It's all good improvisational skills based on powerful training to back it up. Geworfenheit means it like you are being tossed into a social situation, hurled into that situation with no road home, with no guide points, with no external help. It's all you, my friend. When the show hits, when you hit the stage, you walk up there by yourself. You look to your left, you look to the right, the crutches are gone. You stand, you fall on your own reconnaissance. Get this man on his own self-sufficiency and self-support as quickly as possible is the rule here. Care is your Gemeinigkeit. That is, Gemeinigkeit is a mineness. You own your care, is what I'm saying. Nobody else owns your care. Don't come to anybody else, because when you do, you'll find each has their own. None has the time. If you come to me for a favor, what have you got? What favor have you got to offer in return? How good is your marker? How reliable are you? When you give your word, how do you perform? Specific date, specific time, specific activity, specific performance. Told in detail, in complete detail, that can be actionable if you don't come through. You got to have the leverage for everything. It took me a lifetime to learn this. You don't come in, you don't show up in a social arena unless you have good leverage backing you up, good trump cards. I don't see any other alternative to this. Anybody that says anything other than what I'm saying, to my thinking, is Pollyanna, is Alice in Wonderland, is Dennis Prager, who knows the answer before the inquiry begins. He knows what's right, he knows what's wrong, he knows what's good, he knows what's bad. And he knows how to make the judgment that will lead you, the saving judgment, to doing the good. He knows it. I don't know it. I'm making an inquiry. But there's only one way I would know it. If I have the delusions of grandeur that I have a direct communication to God Almighty. But in Dennis Prager, it's the Christian God, Judeo-Christian God. But there's so many other gods. So many other roads to Rome. It's like Howard Beale in Network said, if you want your answers, go to your gurus. Go to your gods. Go to the media. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. Go to entertainment. We'll give you all the bullshit you can stand and make you be thankful for it. Go to yourself, because that's the only place your truth with a small t resides. Any question?